If he comes into the room, it's like the wind comes in. He's like a sort of force of nature.
Nobody can touch him now.
He's extraordinary.
It's my gift.
It's fucking really special. Whatever he has, I don't know where he got it.
On the screen, he's a giant. But I think the most remarkable thing about Pacino is his variety.
I mean, in anything, you know, he's a drug dealer, you want to have sex with him, you know, he's a mass murderer, you want to have sex with him. I mean, whatever movie he's in, you just want to have sex with Al Pacino. And I mean, that's what makes a great Hollywood star.
You want to learn the first rule you'd know if you ever spent a day in your life. You never open your mouth till you know what the shot is.
There's something just extraordinarily menacing. There's a real malignancy in there. He's not the kind of guy you'd like to be in a kind of staring contest with.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Pacino's greatest role is The Godfather.
The studio did not want Al Pacino at all. There was a lot of resistance to casting Al. And he was short, and he was not pretty.
That's my family, kid. It's not me.
Coppola's masterstroke was to take this unthreatening, charming, affable, likable, all-American guy and pull the malignancy out of him. By the end of the film, he's become almost the devil.
And you're always reading it in his eyes. The bit where he's in the restaurant and he has to do the shooting, it's all in his eyes. There's a train rattling past and it gets closer and closer, and it's all in his eyes. He doesn't do a thing. And there's no other actor I can think of who could do that.
When you meet Al, he's very, very un-movie star.
That's what I call a bubble.
It kind of takes you off guard a little bit, because you get this big build-up. Oh, my God, I'm going to meet Al Pacino. Holy shit, there's Al Pacino's in that room down there. And then when you get in there and you meet the guy, he's Al. Oh, my God, he's just a normal guy.
That's why you sent for me?
Well, yeah. Why? What'd you think, he was going to get whacked?
Lefty thought he was gonna get whacked.
I like to think that I don't know anything about acting, about anything when I start off, and I really don't feel I do. And just go there like I used to and see what happens. And a way of working comes, but it's I just try to keep the slate clean.
He used to take me a lot to the movies, you know. I learned. I watched the guys like Humphrey Bogart, James Cagney. That teach me to talk.
Scarface is one that's always mentioned, is because it's a scenery eating, performance.
A guy like Scarface, I mean, what can you say? A guy is about to saw you in half, and you tell him to go, fuck himself. So who's ever said that? In that situation, you'll be crying and screaming.
Fuck you.
So a character like that, in some strange way, in almost a perverse way, we admire.
In the mature phase of Al Pacino's career, he's become a bit of a shouter.
Take the fucking wax out of your ears!
The Son of a Woman, where he plays the blind lunatic driving the Ferrari.
He's killed! Don't blame me, Charlie. I can't see!
That's the role he was born to play. I mean, he's just completely nuts in that movie.
Now!
What Pacino is able to do that's so unique is he's able to project different layers of intention, say one thing, thinking another, and the audience can understand that.
Get away!
I couldn't see him in fog. I couldn't.
The scene where he shoots his partner, maybe by accident, maybe on purpose, he's able to preserve the ambiguity at that moment because he's able to show the psychological reality of what's happening there. So you can actually see that as his partner is dying, all the thoughts about what are people going to think of what I've done. It's all right there in that moment.
He is a legend in acting terms. And an icon, you know, an icon for both American cinema and American theatre.
James, I have recruited and trained and served with the best our country has to offer for over a quarter of a century. I do forget things after I've done them. I mean, I really don't think I know how to load a gun, frankly. And I've loaded more guns in films than I have taken sips of coffee, you know, so I just forget things. That's why when you start over again, then you have to start fresh again. The canvas is fresh. You're gonna play a new cop, it's a new world, today's a new day, what's going on?
Al Pacino.
Stay with 4 for an Oscar-winning performance from Robert De Niro in Raging Bull.
To see all your favorite movie stars and more, we've got a brand new channel called Film 4 Weekly to make it easier for you to see great films.
We want the finest wines available to humanity. We want them here, and we want them now.
Here's how it works. We screen 3 of our best films every night for a whole week at 8, 10, and 12.
Well, my wife is really looking forward to seeing those.
Say goodbye to bad decisions.
Yeah.
Catch Julia Roberts in My Best Friend's Wedding.
I've got moves you've never seen.
Kevin Spacey in The Usual Suspects.
You hear me in the back? Hello?
And Robert De Niro.
You talking to me?
In Taxi Driver, this week on Film 4 Weekly.
I feel unusual.
To subscribe to all the Film 4 channels, call free on 0800 44 1234.